Welcome to Rob Schmitt Tonight. Last night, former President Trump jumped on the stage at Mar-a-Lago, pitched America on his big return. Trump stayed out of the weeds for the most part. Many of his supporters say he met the moment as he described the rapid decline that we have seen in this country over the last 2 years and how he wants to fix it. As expected, the media excoriated the former president. Also, as expected, Rupert Murdoch's News Corp joined them, continuing the conservative corporation's efforts to skew your mindset, the ultimate form of conservative media elitism. You are not allowed to like Trump anymore because they don't like Trump anymore. From the New York Post today, here is the cover on page 26 in a small box in the corner. That headline continued on, and it read, with just 720 days to go before the next election, a Florida retiree made the surprise announcement Tuesday night that he was running for president. Very sarcastic, as you can see. In a move no political pundit saw coming, avid golfer Donald J. Trump kicked things off at Mar-a-Lago, his resort and classified document library. Trump, famous for gold-plated lobbies and for firing people on reality television, will be 78 in 2024. If elected, Trump would tie Joe Biden as the oldest president to take office. His cholesterol levels are unknown, but his favorite food is steak with ketchup. He has stated that his qualifications for office include being a stable genius. Trump also served as the 45th president. So that's how the New York Post is handling this at this point. They're turning this whole thing into a joke, and they're trying to infect you with this mentality as much as they possibly can. It is media elitism at its finest. The Murdochs don't really know who's best to lead this country in 2024. They don't know. Maybe it's DeSantis. Maybe it's somebody else. Maybe it's Trump. But they're injecting their mandate that it won't be Donald Trump right into the conservative bloodstream. Their marching orders made for an awkward moment today with Laura Trump, who also happens to be a Fox employee. Check this out.
I have to say that there wasn't a great reception to the speech last night. Not a single elected Republican official was there. How do you feel about it? You were there, so I'm sure you're very supportive of your father-in-law, but those of us on the outside looking at it, it didn't seem that he got the old magic. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, I highly disagree with that.
I think a lot of people highly disagree with that, but, you know, a lot of us aren't told what to think by Rupert Murdoch. All right, Dr. Sebastian Gorka joins me now. It's good to have you on, sir. You know, last night Fox dumped out of the big announcement. They brought in the pundits to talk over the former president as he was talking. Let's take a look at that moment.
Do you remember Angela? Nobody's remembering her now. Angela Merkel.
Just joining us, President Trump in Mar-a-Lago announcing his 2024 presidential run.
So on this network, we actually stuck with until the end. I mean, it's the former president announcing he's running for president again. I think you kind of give him that. I think you give him that speech at the very least. We actually had a huge spike in viewers when Fox dumped out. We had our largest audience ever. But it does seem clear there are new marching orders over at Fox.
Yeah, and why is anybody surprised? I mean, Fox has gone downhill since they called Arizona for Biden before anybody else did, and they just kind of made it up and pulled it out of their backside. Look, as a former contributor to Fox, this isn't the Fox of yesteryear. This isn't Ailes's Fair and Balanced. This is never Trump syndrome Fox. Stuart Varney was a mate of mine. We're both British immigrants to the United States. What kind of garbage was that it wasn't well received? I was there in the room, 1,000 people lapping it up, people who had just, my gosh, got shivers down their spine when President Trump said, this isn't my campaign, this is your campaign, and we're going to reinstigate, we're going to reestablish government by the people, for the people. That's something that has low energy and a bad approval. Can we just mention one factoid here, Rob? President Trump got more votes than any other incumbent president since the revolution. So, yeah, it's a big flipping deal when he gives not only a speech, but a speech when he's launching his campaign. So yeah. I'm sorry for Rupert. I'm sorry for Rupert's sons, but they are woefully out of touch with America.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's so much of it is that this has been an assault leveled on him, and his reaction to it is what has turned off a lot. And it's not just Fox; it's the Daily Wire. There's a lot of conservative outlets that have just had enough of him. But he is punched and punched and punched for years and years and years in so many different ways. He gets assaulted and assailed like nobody else ever has for trying to do something that is so important, which is kind of regain control of the institutions in this country that have not been looking out for the American people for so long. He's doing something that's very big and very unpopular in Washington, D.C., and that's why he's being assailed in the way that he is. His reactions are what bothers people. It's what he's trying to do is much more important than this. And they're missing that. They're missing that, and they're saying, we just don't want any more noise. Well, if you don't want any more noise, then we're back to the institutions as they were, which was you're not being represented.
First things first, I texted you after your monologue a few days ago where you nailed it after I came on. I told you what you did to summarize the last 6 years. He said it yesterday from the podium. He said, I had a very nice life before I became president. Right. I didn't need this level of vituperation, attacks, the Southern District of New York, the Attorney General, the January 6th Committee. And he's doing it again. He's not doing it for the money, and he's not doing it for fame. He's doing it because he loves America. And I know something about journalistic professionalism. I know one thing for sure, Rob. Newsmax isn't going to choose a candidate for the American people. Not now, not ever. We are 2 years away from an election. What the hell is Fox doing going crazy for Ron DeSantis or anybody else?
Exactly.
There's a really cool thing we do in America, and as an immigrant, I'd like to remind Fox News, it's called primaries. Last time we had 17 candidates, and the toughest guy, the last man standing, became the president. How about the American people choose our nominee and not the Murdochs?
Well said. Well said. Why are they choosing? Why are they picking a side this early on? Why are they trying to inject their opinion into you and force you to think a certain way? That's what I want to know. That doesn't sound very conservative to me at all. Sebastian Gorka, thank you so much. Good to see you, sir.
Thanks, Rob. God bless you and the viewers.